And we're live.
I gotta go. Not far. I just need to get some tape. Oh, all right. We live.
Dun-dun-dun.
Hello,
Dun-dun.
live people.
Hi, everybody.
And people of the future. Hope you guys have had a good couple of weeks. We have been very busy here, as we are wont to be.
It is known. All right, we got a few folks in.
What folks? I don't believe you. Should we romper room?
Yeah, let's go ahead and romper.
Okay, let's go up to the top. I'll admit to not quite knowing what's going on right now. I don't know if Transworld Live is on. I don't know. I hope I'm not stepping on anybody's toes, but it's Wednesday. We kind of have an established thing on Wednesdays.
It is known.
All right. Hello, Sean Fenner. Hello, Jennifer Pew Pew Pew. Haunted Swamp Adventure. Sari Goff. Jordan Bunts Bounce 92. Big Dog Masks. Ike Camacho. Hugo Cordier Lette. Crypts. Howdy. Poison Sumac. Dark Acres. Summer Goblins. Summer Goblins always is, what a fun name.
Right?
Summer Goblins. They're the best kind. The John C. And we did it, right?
We did it.
Okay.
Huzzah. Hi, Alex.
I'm using Freeform Air from the Blue and Yellow Company, Smooth On. And yeah, it's okay. I'm going to use it until it frustrates me.
Pat Bow 3577 says, hey, what's the plan tonight?
So I have a skull. I have water of questionable parentage. I have a skull here that I'm going to decorate, and I can't move it to show you. Can the camera reach all the way over here?
You got room.
Okay, you tell me before I do
I gave you all the slack in the world. Rue's not here.
a tug of horror. Yeah. Yeah, so we got this skull. Let's see if we can set that. There we go.
Sean Fenner says no Transworld Live tonight.
Okay. I know that we are on the cusp of East Coast haunters. So, and the way that you use this stuff is you mix it together, and then it's kind of like clay. But it's like if clay were stale marshmallow fluff. So it has properties that may not be the properties you exactly want it to have.
Hi, Hugo.
But it has property. Hello, Hugo.
Hi, Carrie Goff. Let's see. I think I can picture in picture.
You always say
everybody.
Carrie Goff. I say Sarah Goff.
Yeah.
I'm wrong?
I will let them decide.
But you know what? I think maybe they have corrected me before, and I just
entirely
forgot.
Possible.
I work with a lot of chemicals.
It is known.
So.
Caroline Boland, 9192, says hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hope things are good.
You guys are going to get Streamception tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry.
You're seeing behind the scene. Carrie Goff says Stacy is right.
Sari Goff.
Carrie Goff.
I was saying it. Okay, I corrected myself in your mind. Carrie Goff.
Yeah.
Got it.
She's so Goff.
Okay, now I got to take off my wedding ring here because it's getting imprints in the clay. Put it in the pocket.
Jennifer Pierce says Stacy's at a scissor holster. Yes, it is. Let's see. This is my. Respectfully, no. I'm gonna keep my little. I actually probably had to take it off because I'm done doing the sewing thing for the moment. So.
And maybe I'll get around to painting this shield today too.
Hey. Wait, unless you meant this, in which case, no, it's just a clamp. The clamp.
El Clampo.
El Clampo.
But what's funny is you actually did have a scissors holster.
I did have a scissor holster. I should get like a cool, like a belt, like pistol holder. just for my scissors. He getting cheeked up?
Well, I want this skull to have more of a like a Harryhausen feel. And since they were so small, like they were little models, they
Are really exaggerated.
they didn't have all the details. They were a little more exaggerated. Yeah.
I like the freeform air. The only real beef I have with it is that it takes forever to dry.
It takes like 6 or 7 hours.
5 ever to dry.
Yeah,
Sometimes even
and-
longer than that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Karagoff says that's a great idea. I may have to implement that for my scissors. My recommendation would be, if you're going to do this, get some of the ones that have a little cap on the end, because they do tend to come apart and stab me occasionally.
That's just a work surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Jennifer Pugh says the skull is looks maxing. Yeah, he didn't have to hit himself in the face with a hammer to do it, though.
Yeah.
Sean Fenner says the Ren Fair has started, correct? How's that been going?
I'd say it's going pretty well. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I got no complaints. Who would listen?
I think people have been enjoying the new exhibit every week thing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get there more this year.
Yeah, we've had you there a couple of days. It's been great.
Yeah, I've touched the grounds at least one day each weekend. Doesn't mean I stayed
Briefly.
long, but I touched the grounds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the mixing phase.
Karagoff says, yep, my little craft scissors have a travel cap. Big Dog says, smash the thumbs up button, please. Yes, please. Give us that thumbs up. Bing. Yeah, it's been fun to see people get excited about the D&D game and the new monsters and all that jazz. And it's kind of been a neat draw to have something new in the museum every weekend that people are stoked to see.
Yeah. It was early last year, Stacy came to me and said, Alan, when do we want to start playing D&D? I said, 2026. And she's like, "Rrr." But now we're doing it. Not because I don't want to play D&D, but yeah, you know how time is. It's
Listen,
all
the struggle is real.
timey-wimey.
Wibbly wobbly. The struggle is we just have so many things.
Yes.
Like, so many things to do. It gets in the way. Big Dog says it was very cool and informative, the D&D. Big Dog has been watching them with me live.
Got it.
But most of the time it is me and Big Dog and occasionally Shannon in the live chat. When
Well, see,
the episodes air.
I was there, so I would have a hard time watching it live, I think.
Dark Acre says, I know it's a month late, but how was Transworld for you?
It was good. Transworld was weird because we did something very different, but other than the weirdness, I think it was pretty great.
It was a weird year for Transworld for a lot of reasons. Not just because we did something different, but man, I was sick as a dog like the whole time.
Yeah, you didn't make it.
I didn't make it for one day, which is real weird for me. Shannon says, I'm learning. I'm glad. I hope you're enjoying it. I feel like even after I've spent a week editing it, I'm still enjoying watching it, so that's got to be a good sign, right?
Ivan and I used to play D&D together 25 years ago, and to see him enjoy it again is really cool.
Oh, yeah. Scuba Steve says hello. Hi, Scuba Steve.
Hello, Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve has also occasionally been in the live chat for the D&D. Yeah, it is delightful to see him get so excited about it. Like he was on the fence about it a little bit, I think, to start.
Yeah.
And we got him in one session, and he's hooked now. He's hooked now. Mwahaha. My evil plan is coming together. And now that everybody's excited about it, I think that we should definitely bank next season's episodes early. Give us a little more time to get everything put together.
Yeah, we have that issue where if we don't have to, we don't. Mm-hmm. So we need to get a little past that.
ML Jazerski says, "Hey everyone." I think that's Misty.
Hello,
Jazerski.
Misty.
Everybody's YouTube names are still wonkified. Yeah, he was also nervous about 5e. Big picture is not so different.
There's a lot of differences.
There are a lot of differences.
But they're like all over the place. It's not like this one thing is different.
Uh-huh.
It's this is different, and this is the same except for this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Big Dark says, "What the heck was up with the one rolls?" Listen.
Oh, I concur.
I don't know. The dice were mad at us.
I have to configure these adventures for average dice rolls, mm-hmm. and that's not what we've been getting.
Nar, we've been getting below average. I don't know. I guess this last week was not too bad. We did pretty okay this week.
I would say still significant ones were rolled.
There were some significant ones. Huh. But it is it sucks to receive them while you are playing, but on watching, it is just as entertaining to see somebody roll a natural one and have to deal with the consequences of that as it is to see somebody get a natural 20 and...
Oh yeah, I mean it's all a movie, mm-hmm. and the roles determine whether it's an action movie or a Three Stooges movie.
We've had a little of both.
Yes.
This is a movie that has both The Rock and Jack Black in it.
Right. I wish my fingers weren't so sticky.
Gloves do exist. Also,
well, then they would just stick to the gloves.
For this stuff, water, I guess, is your guy. He's got them summer teeth right now. Some are there, some ain't. Did you have an opportunity to sit on the foam carving class much?
No. I kind of stayed up here.
Fair.
I mean, I stayed up in my office, I should say.
Hey, Ezekiel says, "Sorry I'm late. How is everyone?" We're good.
Hello, Ezekiel. We're better now that you're here.
Sweat.
Just happy to be chucking along, making monsters. Doing things that we enjoy.
This is the way.
Is this view okay, or is it just all my inner ear?
No, you got the side of your face and
Okay.
mostly Skelly.
I guess I could back up a little if I needed to.
You could, if you were so inclined, but the close-up view of your work's not bad. When you step away, it's a skeleton in the back of my head. Wah! That's a fun view, though. That's nice.
I'm about to do the wah by putting on his teeth. So it's like sculpting a face regular, except oops, no lips.
Mm-hmm. Hugo says, "I'm not prejudiced, but I'd rather pay 10 times more for a ticket than receive a kiss from Mr. Roo." Who knows? Maybe he's a great kisser.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? That's true, I guess. I didn't want to kiss him.
Well, listen, when the alternative is your lovely wife.
Well, and he works here, so that'd be weird.
It would be awkward.
I'd have to see him every day after. He'd fall in love with me.
Right?
Yeah, so that would just be weird.
What's the phrase? You don't poop or you eat?
Right. I know the phrase isn't "you don't poop where you work" because boy, right about 2:20, all the stalls are taken.
Oh, you touched the camera. I'm like, why is it sticky?
Yeah, I'm helping.
Helping. Thanks. You. I do love that Alex is getting everybody involved in the TikToks. Big Doug says the mustache/beard might tickle.
Boy, I need more water. Does the water make it not stick, or does the water make it stickier, like mud? And the answer is yes.
You're correct. It could be two things. Listen, as a person who regularly smooches mustachioed face, yeah, the mustache does tickle sometimes. The worst, though, is you get occasionally those long, wild mustache hairs. You go in for a kiss and it pokes you inside the nose. Like, wah!
That would be a little awkward.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, well, the moment is gone. Eye waters up, like, ah.
That's probably too much for a tooth, but here we are.
Him's a big tooth. Pat Bo says, I'm not sure what's better, watching the work or the shop talk.
I hope it's watching me work.
Listen, I'm hot and cold running Yap. I'll just keep my commentary.
Yap on tap?
Yap on tap.
I want to talk about the cool monster that you guys are going to fight next week, but I can't.
Yeah, yeah. Karagoff says, there's not much better than sculpting skills. Skills.
Skills is a strong word. Let's say sculpting attempts.
Please.
But the goal of this guy is to be very Harryhausen in his look, so. And while these skulls are not super detailed, they are not at the scale that they should be.
Well, he has a really distinct aesthetic.
He sure does. And it's a miniature shot to look large. Mm-hmm. Like that's the aesthetic, but you don't know that that's the aesthetic until you realize it's all miniatures that are shot large.
Mm-hmm. I like that this is sort of the full opposite end of the spectrum of that is you are making a large sculpted to look like a miniature, sculpted to look large.
Yeah.
Big Dog says Alex is doing a great job on the social media.
She really is.
Listen, I think if even maybe 3 years ago, you would have told me, Alex is going to take over our social media and have to be in videos like all day, every day, I would have laughed and been like, nah, Alex is too shy for that.
What's funny is, Alex doesn't have to be in videos.
No, Alex gets to be in videos.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Ezekiel asks, what medium are you using, good sir?
This is Freeform Air from Smooth On. I don't necessarily recommend it, but it is what I'm using.
We have a bunch of it.
Right, I have a bunch of it.
And it would be a shame to not use it.
Yeah.
Did we get this for something in particular and
Yes.
then decide it wasn't the thing for that?
Yes. Boy, I don't want to necessarily throw someone under the bus, but the Smooth On rep, I explained them exactly what I wanted to do.
Right. He was like,
and they were like, oh, do this, do this, do this. And my explanation was we're going to sculpt on Friday, mold on Saturday, then we have to clean out the mold and pour up, and then on Sunday, we pull out a finished piece. Well, There were 3 materials they recommended for the mold, this being one of them. Each one has like a 12-hour cure time. So there was no way this could be done in one day.
Yeah, that seems ill-advised. Big Dog says, I got banned from TikTok, never posted anything on TikTok. Their loss. They knew you were going to be trouble, Big Dog.
Yeah, I told them. I ratted you out.
Your reputation preceded you. I do enjoy that you've watched enough Harryhausen to just know.
Well, yeah. I've been looking at them quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then I looked at Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Because they modified their skulls and skeletons to feel more like Harryhausen.
Yeah.
And like, what'd they do in the sculpt that's different? And then I was able to apply that to these guys.
Heck yeah.
Okay, now it's time for me to mix up some Mo.
Ezekiel says, yeah, I can't do TikTok either. I get in enough trouble with Facebook. I just struggle to like do it consistently enough to really get any traction, because you really got to post like every day for it to be a thing. And as it turns out, it really doesn't matter what you're posting.
No.
So long as you're posting something every day.
Yeah.
And then the algorithm is like, aha. Big Dog says, it gives me more time to make stuff.
Yeah, they want free content. And they want you to provide it. The issue is that is now where, like, Netflix is looking to those people in order to say, hey, you know, you have an idea for a TV show, but they don't have experience holding attention more than 30 seconds.
Yeah,
and if it's bad, they don't care. Because they're going to do another one in 30 seconds.
Yup.
So it's interesting to see how that plays out. And I don't know if you heard about Ben Affleck.
Oh, the whole AI thing? Yeah, gross.
Yeah, and he was like speaking out about it a while ago, and I was like, this is my AI company. This solves all of the back end problems, but you shoot your humans. In other words, let's eliminate as many people as possible except for the actors, is what his line is doing.
Yup.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm not here for it. Dark Acre says the daily posting is not fun. Yeah, I enjoy the posting. I have ADHD and I don't remember to do it every day.
Yeah.
But there's lots of things I don't remember to do every day. Like take my meds and be a functional human. So the struggle is real. But Alex is really good at it. And
amazing.
Like I'm always lightly in awe.
I think I would enjoy it if I was able to do it. But there's other things that I have to focus on.
Heckin' windy. Said it's heckin' windy.
Yeah. Alexa, what's the weather like tonight? Hold on while I go slap my Alexa.
No.
Figure out what's going on there.
Cripps says every show I worked on lately, they scan all the extras. Woof.
Boy, that's not a good sign if you're an extra.
Hey, no kidding.
So I guess you don't need me next week, huh? Okay, buddy. What's going on?
I hate it.
Alexa, how do you feel?
I'm running smoothly and ready to tackle whatever you throw my way. My circuits are humming along nicely, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic about helping out. How are you doing?
Great. Trying to get some dust off you.
Huh. Well, I I appreciate the digital dusting. Though I have to say, my dust is more of the data variety. Accumulated bits and files.
You wish.
Thanks for keeping me fresh.
That's why I live to serve.
Dave Osmond, 1187, says, hello, peeps. Good to see you.
Hello.
What up, Dave?
It has been a while, Dave Osmond. What's that grape face next to him?
A little guy going,
Is that an emoji?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Dark Acre says the skits are hilarious. Crip says, I'm thinking of leaving the business. Yeah? There's a lot of people doing that.
I don't think that's the best course of action. I think that, what's the latest generation? Is it Gen Y?
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha, okay. I think that Gen Alpha, 10 years from now, isn't going to trust anything unless they see it for themselves.
Yeah.
Like right in front of their eyes. Because you're at a point, you can't trust photos, you can't trust video, you can't trust movies or speeches, you can't trust anything. So you're going to have to see it with your own eyes in order to trust it. And I think that means that craftsmanship of all varieties is going to be more highly valued. I think that if you look at a lamppost from the 1700s, it's beautiful. It's got all these swirls on it and dragons and birds and things that are just built into the design as part of craftsmanship. And we got away from that, and now a lamppost is a square pole with a triangle thing on top, and that's like, that's it. So utilitarian. And I think that
Is Shaden still here, or did she go home?
gone. All of the art was sucked out of that.
Alan says she went home.
And now that that art is being replaced in many ways by AI, I think that there's going to be a little bit of a revolution or a revolt, and we're going to try to inject more art into things.
Tom
Here's my
Everard
guess.
says, good evening.
Good evening.
Giant Highball 8 says, TMI, Alexa.
Yeah, it's so chatty.
Misty Tuzerski says, I'm doing 365 days of gratitude this year, and every day I post on Facebook at least one thing I'm grateful for. Heck yeah. Colin DM says, hello, Stilt Beast.
Howdy, Colin.
Colleen Ryerson says, hello, so glad I got on. Haven't seen a live in quite a while. You must have been really busy, eh?
We're busy. We stay busy. Busy is what we do. What do we do now? We be busy.
Big Dog says, AI sucks. The photos and videos are taking over too much. You hear. Karagoff says, well said. Well, I think we're also seeing some pivoting to doing stuff like we're doing now, which is doing smaller scale production that you can reach a larger audience with, you know, without the help of a major production studio, you know?
I also think that, boy, people are just lonelier.
Yeah.
And because like our social interactions are more limited for a number of reasons. And a lot of them now that we had, you can't trust. So I do think that we'll end up where, you know, like look how popular podcasts are and live play D&D. You're just watching people have fun for some side minuscule dose of serotonin and dopamine and all that.
Colleen Ryerson says, the skull that Alan is making reminds me of the ones from the old movie Jason and the Argonauts.
That means it's working.
It's all coming together. Crip says, at least Del Toro does both practical and AI.
At least who?
Del Toro.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think AI has its place. When I was, well, in the 90s, let's say,
It was the 90s.
and, you know, you saw your first, when a monster walked across the screen in the 80s, it was, you see a close-up of its foot hitting the ground. And then you see a close-up of its head moving across the frame. And, in the 90s, when you could see the whole monster walking, like, that's crazy. Remember even, I was impressed with Van Helsing. The full werewolf climbing up and over a building. You saw his whole body climb. That's crazy. That's not real.
Big Dog says Edson is watching but can't text in chat, so he says hello all. Hello, Edson.
Howdy, Edson.
Ezekiel says, I think a lot of people are looking at it either the wrong way. It's just a tool, not the end result.
I really want AI in my spreadsheets. I want AI to do my math, so I don't have to do it. But I'll paint my own wall, thanks.
Colleen Ryerson says, are you doing that style or of your own?
I am doing that style. I want this to feel very much like a Harryhausen skull. So.
Poison Sumac says, many, many years ago, there was a short story, I can't remember the title, about actors who'd sold their rights to their looks and abilities so their avatars remained young in the movies. Crowhaven Build Studio says, I'm so glad you still have time to interact with us.
Well, we make it. I'm pulling back a lot this year from a lot of things. I don't want you guys to notice, but this year I'm not at East Coast Haunters Convention. There's only so many weekends in a year, and I would like a few for myself. And if you think about it, there's 52 weeks in a year. Mm-hmm. So there's 52 weeks in a year, and we're open 8 weekends for haunt season, and probably 4 other weekends. So that's immediately 12 weekends, which is almost a quarter, And then the Monster Museum, that's 8 weekends, 8 other weekends. Maybe there's one overlap, so that's 7 more gone. And then I used to do 4 or 5 trade shows a year. So half my weekends before anything special are just gone. And I love what I do. I love what I do every single day. But it is still work, and I still want some me time. There are some things I want to do around my house.
Colleen Ryerson says, right on. 1980 says, Harryhausen vibes.
That's what we want.
Carrie Goff says, that's why you can't beat live. Haunts, music, a real museum to stay connected. John C. says, with expressive eyes on Sinbad. 1980 says, Army of Darkness, Skelly 2.
And I think that one of the entertainment guys that I follow was Coachella is proving that, Hollywood isn't getting people in theaters anymore. That's not happening. But it's not that people don't want to go out because, Coachella was packed. And it's not necessarily that they want to, I think they want real experiences that they trust. And a little bit of fatigue from things that are AI generated. Now granted, you're going to have AI backgrounds and stuff, and you're going to have AI lighting schematics at Coachella, of course. But I just think that those experiences of live events, people are going to flock to more so than movies for a bit that they don't trust.
Poison Sumac, talking about that short story, says there was one exception who wouldn't sell out, but it turns out he didn't believe his charisma would translate. Crowhaven Build Studio says, I'm still making props and animated wiper motor props. Your fault.
I love that. I'll take that blame all day long. You go make stuff.
Dark Acre says, I think true creatives will thrive in an AI society.
Yeah, I don't, what's frustrating is that sometimes, I have artists here, and it's hey, can you do this for me? And they're like, Why don't you just knock it out with AI real fast? Okay.
Let the record reflect, not me.
Yeah, it's not Stacy.
John C. says, costumes are expensive and worked on for months. The week after the Black Lagoon, they threw the 2 creature suits out. Someone stole one out of the dumpster.
Good times.
Darkacre says, I noticed the East Coast thing, but totally understandable. Big Dog says, Alan, you and Shannon need time for yourselves, both, especially Shannon. Just saying. Ezekiel says, 24 weekends of football with my kids. Who said kids was a good idea? Quick question. What's me time?
Yeah. One of the reasons why I don't have children is I know I'm too selfish.
Shannon says, don't forget about the 8 weekends for monster camps and classes.
Yeah. Each one of those is a full weekend for us. So, you know, how much of my year was left? So, yeah, I needed to make some changes. So I'm kind of slowing down a little bit. At least that's how it'll appear.
1980 asks, did they find the corset? No.
No, oh no, the mold was stolen. So it's gone. She gone.
Yeah, fortunately, we had a buck for that, and we're able to remold it and make a new one. But now it's 10% smaller than it were before.
I think that's good, though.
It was already pretty small to begin with.
Yeah, but the people that we put in it are pretty tiny.
We're going to need to put like a back extender piece
Yeah?
in there because she little. We're getting close to bug-sized.
Yeah, we have either they're too small or they're the right size, just only if you have giant boobs. That was 2 of them were like that.
Oh, the struggle is real.
Okay. All right, there's things I like, there's things I don't like.
Well, fortunately, this will be soft for
6 days.
yeah, ever. So you'll have
3 to 5 business days of sculpting time.
You'll have some time. Hey, it's Kaylee. She says, what's poppin'?
What? I haven't seen Kaylee in forever. Hello, Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee. Ezekiel asked, did that skull start life as just a basic plastic skull?
Yeah. Yep.
When he gets to a stopping point, we'll show you the rest of it.
I can drag it over.
Go flip your can.
Okay, I keep thinking this is a plastic skeleton, and it's not a plastic skeleton anymore. There's a rebar frame inside of it that is welded just like we drilled holes in all the bones and the rebars run through it. Okay. Only ones we couldn't get through were these arms, so we ended up just gluing that to this piece of rebar. But there's rebar inside of here, there's rebar in the spine, there's rebar through the hips. So, but if you look, he's got real good texture on him from we thinned and painted liquid nails.
So he's our Harryhausen Skelly.
Yeah.
That'll get this super fun Harryhausen skull.
And he'll get a shield that Stacy started to make. So that'll probably go here, covering almost all of him. But
it's the size you said to make it.
It is the size I said, I know. Yeah, but yeah, that's fun. Yeah, he'll have a sword and shield, and he'll be very Sinbad Scully. I was going to put his let's put his helmet on. Well, like that.
we can poke his head out a little bit.
I'll put a donut in there. Yeah, and he's got shoulder pads. He'll get some straps. He'll be great. think these are going to go on as Legos. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, not too shabby. Bits and pieces, bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces. Oh, you thin liquid nails with odorless mineral spirits. It works really well.
Okay, now we catch up with comments. Kaylee says, do I need to start coming by and annoying you again, Alan?
Come on.
You know where we are. Hugo says, very cool. Colleen Ryerson says, nice. Kara Goff says, he's fab and going to be awesome. 1980 asks, cutlass or saber?
Scimitar.
Ezekiel says, my son bought me 2 Minecraft skeletons. I made them little square top hats. It's one of my favorite pieces. I have no idea what Minecraft is. Hey, Edson Glute says, hello, gang. Yes, Ezekiel, I'm finally here.
Hello, Edson. I thought you couldn't comment.
1980 says, should use magnets since he's rebar.
I should use magnets for what?
To attach the pieces with, maybe.
Oh, well, maybe.
I mean, they're not going to come off of him because he's going to be a static, so. Dark Acre says that'll look awesome. Ezekiel says, rebar looks interesting. Was it painful to get all the joints, etc.? No, because he had Scar do it.
Well, yeah, we had Scar do it. And Scar talked like it was going to be hard, but then when I was there watching, made it look easy, which I think Scar knew it was easy the whole time. Scar is tricky.
The neck tilt was kind of a pain in the butt, but.
Yeah?
Yeah. Edson says I had to switch to my computer. Yeah, sometimes YouTube do be tricky like that.
Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and get a StreamYard account probably this next week.
Heck yeah.
And then I'll put you as one of the folks who can run it.
Thanks.
But that way we can get all set up on that.
Yeah, we had some issues with OBS over the weekend, crashing out. The problem is we're very ambitious. And we're trying to...
Us? No.
I know. And so trying to get our computers that are not actually designed to do the things we are asking them to do those things has been interesting. Jennifer P.U.S. Edson wants to know when you're going to set the skeleton on fire.
The plan is to not set this one on fire.
Edson says, did Scar learn Alan to weld?
No, I don't. Okay, welding is something at this point I don't want to learn because there's so many projects that I want to do with it, and I don't want to do those things.
1980 says, magnets will give the magic of a floating armor placement, like held by dark magic. I mean, so would glue.
Ooh, glue magic. That's the worst kind.
Edson gave us a fist bump. Edson, I would give you a fist bump back, but our Stream Deck is on the other computer right now. Ezekiel says, I bought all the bits to do a Jason on a chain 8 feet in the air. One of the local outs can do the chain welding. Gonna leave it up permanently in the front yard. Nice.
That's awesome. Those are beautiful. I love those.
Yeah, me too.
I've been wanting to do a bunch of those for our underwater area.
Ooh.
Just like drowned sailors.
Yes.
Yeah. But the underwater area is already so cool. Why add more to that?
Yeah.
Like right now, I have so many ideas for the Frankenstein area. I have so many ideas for the clock room, and I have ideas for underwater, which are all really great all by themselves.
Have we announced the thing that I heard today of who the witch is for this Halloween?
No.
Do we have ideas for that area yet? Because if she's going to be the witch, we got to beef that up.
We don't have to. We beefed it up actually last year quite a bit.
A bit. Thank you, Edson. Gave me a fist bump. 1980 says the right glue magic will give you the power to hear colors.
Oh, you're not wrong. Okay.
We get into that glue magic all the time.
This extra skulls don't have chins. Why did I do that?
Unclear. Big Dog says I started the popsicle stick trick to get stuff done. Heck yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but
I think he switched over to using a popsicle stick in sculpting.
oh yeah. That's good. Well, I was thinking of like stab something with it, or
I mean, why not? It's a multi-tool.
everything is a multi-tool if you use them wrong enough.
That's true. Every mushroom is edible once.
Good point. Don't discriminate.
Haunted Swamp Adventure says, did you see Fright Prop's new controller at Transworld? If so, what are your thoughts on them?
I was told about it, but no, I haven't. I didn't really look at it. I didn't. Well, I'm going to get 3 of them because I got a couple things from them. I got some animations from them. So.
What's the controller?
It has a higher degree of control, and it has a lot of monitoring on it. Like you can monitor it from your phone, kind of deal.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Jennifer Pugh asks, Alan, are you using a reference?
I'm not this go round. Just my childhood is my reference.
Oh, Big Dog says, nope, writing stuff you want to do on a popsicle stick.
There you go. You pull that sucker out.
Oh my God, I forgot that we used to do that.
Yeah. What gets sculpted next? Let's popsicle stick it up.
Man, throwback.
That was like 8 years ago.
No. I mean, yeah, I guess, but woof. Edson says, Uncle Owen had an overbite with a chin. Unclear. Man, it has been that long, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Crip says, I was thinking about starting my own YouTube station. Is it a lot of work editing?
It depends on what you do. Live videos aren't much work editing at all. It depends on your format. And you do have a lot of options. So.
Yeah. What we're doing for the D&D stuff is kind of labor intensive because it's a multicam situation.
Yeah.
So you have to make a couple of passes first to select the camera and then going back through and editing for content and clarity. 1980 says Uncle Owen got upgraded to Steely Dan. Dave Osmond says, what can I use paint-wise to make something look wet and slimy? I made Tarman last year and I used the wrong thing. It rained so bad, good old England, and it became wet and horrid.
There is a 5-minute epoxy, which is 2 bottles, and it'll yellow over time, but it goes on very clear and very glossy, so it's really good. Or you can go from, there's a company in the States called Smooth On, which has a product called Uracoat, and that's all that it's meant to do is really make stuff glossy, and it's really good at it.
Haunted Swamp Adventures says all of the controllers can be added to a digital map so you can track bottlenecks and other things. Nice.
Yeah, and like the controller will tell you if it's broken. That's good, but I think I would just know if it's broken because the thing's not working.
Big Dog says, OG creepers. Sean Regal says, been creeping for years.
Creeping it real.
Creeping it real. Crip says it will be everything from a special makeup to special prop fabrications.
That's great.
Yeah, I'd watch.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I'll
sign me
subscribe.
up.
Say less.
We can do a collab if you want.
Yeah.
And you can hijack some of my audience right away.
I like the collab feature. That's fun. Big Dog says the D&D channel is cool if you want to learn stuff and watch people roll ones and cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Sword Beast Studios. We got some more stuff coming up for that, too. Not just D&D. It's an Alex.
Okay. Is Jacob still here?
Yeah, he's hiding behind the wall right there.
Okay. So make sure that you're walking out with somebody.
Crip says, sounds good. Anthony Skelly says, anyone going to East Coast Honors this weekend?
I'm sure many are. Unfortunately, we're not going to make it this year. I wish we could. Time will not allow. Our Monster Museum is open at Scarborough.
Scurby. Bruh.
Is this for that skeleton?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had someone message and say, is this us?
What?
Deep cuts. They replied because I posted the link to the live.
Oh.
They're like, is this us?
No, this is very small.
I don't
Just
Theirs
a,
is-
It took me.
theirs is big.
It took Jacob being like, maybe it's for them. I was like, I don't know what this means.
Yeah, this is another thing. Kaylee says, I heard about the mold being stolen. That is insane.
Really is. Right now, I'm working on things that I knew were going to be work about 3 months ago.
Speaking of, I posted it.
Yay. Good.
I don't know what it is.
Don't worry about it. Cobwebs. Hey, Keepweave says, save or die, natural one.
What's up, buddy?
Edson summoned him. So speaking of creeping it real, anyone heard from Keith? Boom. Big Dog says, okay, I just have to say the set for D&D is great. Ezekiel, just like that, he appears. Cobwebs. Sean Fenner says, did someone say CreeperCon?
They're never going to let that die.
They are not. Listen, whichever one of you is hosting it, you send us an invite. We'll show up. Edson says, still planning on Final Monster Day?
I think we actually have a monster camp that weekend.
No, I think we're training.
No, that's right. That's I knew there was some kind of a conflict. We have to be in North Carolina that weekend.
North Carolina.
Yeah. So when we establish Monster Day Plano, we'll invite the Edmonds out, and they can just show up for a weekend and walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah, their
more
last
after
Monster Day in Greeley.
Whoa.
Doesn't mean that some other place couldn't have a Monster Day.
this. Key weaves. Bamf! And he's out. Hey, Resurrect says, hello, creepy peeps. Robbo!
And, you know, I want to do cool things, but I also want to be home.
Sure. Sean Fenner says, I'm putting the final touches on my presentation for East Coast Honors Convention. Thank you again for the info sheets you sent.
No problem. I hope they were helpful. I know it was like a ramshackle list of everything, but
We could have a cryptid day.
yeah.
Yeah. 1980 says, I'm actually looking forward to pirate chess. Cobweb says, is the dragon made of Loctite on the D&D set?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Did we film? We didn't film that
We didn't film it.
because you guys left for lunch and I hadn't started, and when you got back, I was done.
I got a TikTok of it, and people were very upset about it.
Yeah. That's not going to be
wasn't-
fire safe.
Everyone thought it was a real fireplace.
Well, wait till the TV's on. Then they'll really freak them out.
Edson says, that's sad. Resurrect says, I'm driving through North Carolina right now. Ezekiel says, Plano Monster Day. Make it happen. Get the social media team on it.
Okay.
Alex is the social media team, so
1980 says, sell plenty of pumpkin teeth in Appalachia, but they just call them kin teeth. Ba-dum.
kin team. Wouldn't that be a bag of nothing?
Bye, 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 bye.
My aunt gave me all her teeth. Thanks for nothing.
Kaylee says, this is reminding me that I really got to start working on my cannibal costume.
You've been talking about that for like years, so at this point, I think it's a myth, and I won't believe it until I see it.
Anthony Skelly says, no audio. No audio. What the heck? I'm reading audio.
Does everybody else have audio? Please type the word dehydrated potato flakes. Please type dehydrated potato flakes if you can hear my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow us dehydrated potato flakes.
Colleen Ryerson says, have you ever done a Jekyll and Hyde guy?
Yes? Well, boy, it's so weird to say two names and then say guy. Which one do you mean?
Maybe a half and half?
I'm not a fan of Dr. Jekyll's, but I am pro Hyde.
Cobweb says, a bag of lug nuts. Big Dog says, how about running fog in the nostrils once in a while?
That's possible.
1980 says avocado. Resurrect says, turn up your phone. Dust. Crib says avocado.
And here come the dehydrated potato flakes.
Yep, summer
Good
maple.
job.
Jennifer pew pew pew.
That lag was people looking up how to spell dehydrated. Thank you all.
Dark Acre says that's too much to type.
Yeah.
Kaylee says, yeah, but now I have money to do it.
Hooray! That's why we haven't seen you. That's how it goes. You either have time or money. Which one do you want?
1980 says potato head dandruff. Thank you, everyone, for your dehydrated potato flakes.
Said no one ever.
Colleen Ryerson says, oh, okay.
There was something that we used dehydrated potato flakes for. I think it was sloppy skin on like zombie. Yeah, on zombie makeups.
Big Dog says voice to text.
Airbrushed black, sprayed Prozaid, sprinkled the potato flakes, and then airbrushed them directionally. It looked pretty good.
Gross. It's possible that Anthony Skelly tuned in to the beginning of the live where we had not yet gone live yet, and therefore there was no audio, or he was talking about Alex.
No, because Skelly was talking before.
I don't know. Maybe he's talking about Alex because Alex was not mic'd.
Oh, maybe.
So
I will not question Anthony Skelly.
Crypt says we used to use it back in the day for snow.
Yeah, I've seen it for snow.
So we have fancy lav mics now.
You use that kind of snow anywhere you want mice later.
Resurrect says it's delicious when it rains. Listen, that's like a thing we did in high school as like pranking people, was potato flaking their yards.
Okay. That's I was too poor for that. That's for sure. Like, can I eat those?
Oh, bold of you to assume that we paid for those potato flakes.
Oh, I see.
We were hellions. Hellions don't pay for potato flakes.
I mixed this up for a reason, and I don't know what it was now that it's already mixed.
Was it bulking out the head, maybe? We were going to give him a donut?
No.
Silkies live.
Let's go do that with a little tiny bit of spray foam. Alexa, stop.
1980 says, my son used potato flakes for snow in a Christmas Carol play. Kaylee says, I'm also thinking of restructuring it into a boo bagger.
Cool.
Gene Akins says, did you say a Frankenstein area? He's my favorite.
We, ever since 2019, 2018?
It's been a couple years.
We have had a Victoria Frankenstein as one of our 13 witches. And
we got her before Universal did.
we did. Yeah.
Crip says we stopped using it when we killed a lot of squirrels in a park. They kept falling out of the trees. We all had to wear hard hats. Oh no.
I guess they ate too much and it would rehydrate
Oh
in
no.
their bellies.
It just attracts ants.
It's better than attracting uncles.
That's true, I guess. Ants are more bitey. Uncles are more creepy.
This is where I say, hey, I'm an uncle. But
No one could accuse you of not being creepy.
thank you. It's very kind. My livelihood actually depends on it.
It is known. It is known.
Okay. Now I want these to look like
Yeah.
enlarged eye sockets.
Crip says swelled stomachs. Oh, poor babies. Kaylee says, okay, I gotta go. Gotta get food and get ready for work. See ya.
Bye, homie.
Bye. Crip says some almost exploded. Oh no.
Wow.
Ezekiel says, you say it like creepy uncle's a bad thing. Listen, context is key, friend. Context is key.
Yeah, yeah. That's my uncle. He's creepy because he does haunted houses for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Not, that's my uncle. He's creepy. He can't come to the house during sleepovers.
Mm-hmm.
One is okay. The other is not okay. Stacy, would
Yes,
you
sir.
hand me a 1-inch chip brush?
I will. I shall.
That was my laughing skull noise. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:03 p.m.
Great. I'll take getting this sculpt mostly knocked out in an hour.
Yeah.
So we have paint nights at dark hour. And it is Stacy has taught one, Bug has taught one.
Teaching another one too in June.
You're teaching June?
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly has taught one or two, or like,
One.
yeah, like, you know.
I think Bug's taught two. She was taught one with Rue and
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're doing them. And I want to teach one, but I know that I can't slow down enough.
well, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they couldn't keep up with the pace that I would want to be at.
None of them can keep up with the pace that any of us want to be at, but like you kind of break it down step by step, and as long as you're making sure that most of the class is finished with the step that you just completed.
Are you allowed to say stuff like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you done yet?
I mean, you're allowed to say whatever
Okay,
you
good.
like. It's your business. Like Darkacre says, it looks great. I love the style of skull you went with.
Yeah, well, this guy is very Harryhausen because that's what I want in my life.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, by and large, everyone has mostly kept up at a decent pace.
Yeah, the last one went over quite a bit.
I think all of them have gone over by a bit, but not like by more than an hour. Sean Regal says, tell him to break out the wire. Big Dog says, I was thinking of doing one, bourbon and brushes, and see what happens.
Cool.
We were discussing the possibility of a variant on the cryptids and cocktails thing
Yeah.
of cryptids and cheesecake. Because there's the place down the road from the museum at Fair that does the chocolate dipped cheesecake, and so like
Yeah.
late in the day you start seeing people walk by with a cheesecake on a stick, and you're like,
I hate them. Okay, so while we can, let's come over here, and I have a little bit of this left. I'm gonna fix his connect.
Resurrect says looks very Hatbox Ghost Head.
A little.
I feel like you nailed a solid middle ground between an Alan Hops skull and a Harryhausen skull.
Well, that's the hope. That's all that I want in the world.
Shannon says no, Alan can't teach a paint class. He will make them cry. Yeah, I'm the nice mom.
At Monster Camp, it's like I can sculpt a mask in 2 hours, and then I'll just sculpt another one and another one. But you can't really do that for paint class.
Dark Acres says, have you built a full-sized Skeletor before?
I haven't, because he's not my favorite. I do have a full-size Beast Man sitting inside my shop, inside my office, I mean.
Cobweb says, I just see Skeletor.
Beast Man is my favorite. I'll tell you, Alcala's drawing, Alfredo Alcala did a lot of the art for Master of the Universe in the early days. And his drawing style is very inspired by Harryhausen, so.
Resurrect says, no stars on Yelp. Mech4760 says, it is known. Colleen Ryerson says, well, time for me to go. You and Tracy have a good night. Until next time, keep on creating. Love your work. Take care. Be well. I was almost named Tracy.
Yeah, well, you're one letter off.
So close. My bestie is also Tracy, so I take it as a compliment.
Okay.
Big Dog says he would pay to watch you make people cry.
Boop. Boop. Many do. It's called a haunted house. I'm gonna start playing around with his drip.
Do it.
That means clothes.
Dark Acre says, I still have bins of He-Man action figures.
I'll take them. Yeah, I mean, I love Master of the Universe. I'm collecting all the Origins line. Anything Beast Man, I collect. So.
Gene Aiken says, do you still have the Frankenstein in your home shop?
No, that is actually here at Dark Hour now. That was something we were working on. We spruced them up. Okay. You know what? Instead, let's work on this Shield-a-Medield.
Okay. Crip says, have you seen the Masters of the Universe movie trailers?
Oh, dude. I've seen them. I've been on podcasts commenting on them. Yes, I have.
What you looking for?
I need to adjust this to be very cold.
Aha. You need a tiny screwdriver?
Yeah.
A key?
Silly me, I'm going to the screwdriver drawer.
When you could just stop by my desk.
Righty, tighty.
I like to have a lot of stuff on my desk so that I don't have to leave. Thanks. Tiny screwdriver.
Fly me to the moon. That's not the song I'm thinking of, but it's close.
Colleen, it's okay.
I'm thinking of the Alf theme song. Would you like to swing on a star? Take a moonbeam home in a jar.
I'll be better off than you are. Or would you rather be a pig?
Or would you rather be on Earth?
Big Dog says, what's in the pots?
Gelatin. We're making ballistics gelatin for Sellsword Arts. We're making a bunch of torsos and some heads.
I'm so sad that the internet crapped out on us last time because they were here and you guys would have got to see them in the shop.
Yeah.
Crip says, I'm not sure about the actors in the new Masters of the Universe movie.
You know what? I think it's going to be fine. I like Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
I like him as Man-at-Arms. I think he'll be fine. I like... He-Man is not... So there's a lot of talk about how Barbie has given girls body image issues. Well, that whole time He-Man was around, and that wasn't really brought up for boys. But it's not that they look shorter than they are, but they're so wide, the figures, and you just can't get that wide. So I'm sure that we could get a land ape to play He-Man, but even bodybuilders now, bodybuilders are more svelte than they were in the 80s. Because they're focusing on different, you don't see guys like Dorian Yates anymore. But
Cobweb says, I just think it's utter crap that he gets a second Masters movie before a first Thundercats flick.
well, you know what? If this does well, then you'll probably get a Thundercats movie.
Edson says, it's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. Ezekiel says, Skeletor's voice annoys me.
I haven't heard enough of it yet. You mean the cartoon voice, or do you mean the one from the movie, which we've heard one sentence?
Big Dog says, if the storyline is good, then it will be good.
I like, so Masters of the Universe as a IP was kind of a mess in the beginning because it was a toy line made, it was made to sell toys. There wasn't like a movie or story that it was based on. It was based on the toy company making money. So, because of that, things got released at different times. So the mini comics had one storyline of how He-Man came to be. There was no Prince Adam, there was no Orko. It was, there was this tribe in the jungle, and they selected their strongest guy to go out and be a warrior. And like, that was it. Like, that's how He-Man began. And there's like 20 planets in the sky, and they're all different in every drawing. It's lovely. The artists who were doing the box art didn't know if they were good guys or bad guys, so they just guessed. And so sometimes Beastman is fighting on the good guy side, sometimes he's on the box art. It's fun.
Dark Acre says, I want to get to a point where I can randomly be making ballistics gelatin molds. Well, we're not making them randomly. We are making them for a thing.
I need you to be hotter. Do the warming. Do it now.
I'm working on it. We're cracking up, Edson. Silly Zombie says, watching you from the hotel TV in Pennsylvania.
Oh boy.
Says, am I seeing you guys this weekend for East Coast?
I'm afraid you will not.
Crip says there is a Thundercats in development.
There is.
Woo! Let's go.
Listen, if the Brits can get their Warhammer movie, we can get Thundercats. Perhaps I've turned it down a little too much. Because what I have is a black dribble, and I want a little bit of flow.
Just a little bit of flow. Yeah, the Sellsword Arts folks have been putting together some fun stuff with us, and I'm excited for, it should be this week, next week?
Yeah, soon.
Should have some stuff popping for that soon. But the ballistics gelatin stuff, that's going to be fun. Because the best part about ballistics gelatin is that you get to stab it.
And the worst part is
that
the
it smells
smell.
So bad. Woof. Ezekiel asked, is the new Mummy any good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
The Cronenberg one?
I assume it's going to be pretty good.
So I hear that the new Mummy movie is in the Evil Dead universe.
That makes sense.
Silly Zombie says, F that, I'm going back home. Dark Acre says, true, but it would absolutely be random and fun for me to make ballistic gelatin. Silly Zombie says, no Alan, no haunt show.
No, you got this. Be the Alan you want to see in the world. Be the monster maker you want to see at the haunt show.
That's right.
You don't need me. You got this.
Damn it, Edson. Now I have the Muppets theme stuck in my head. The decorative swirls of hurt glue.
Yeah, I'll just put so much crap on over top of this that
Ha ha ha, Edson. Ha ha ha. Listen, joke's on you. I've got 3 other songs stuck in my head too, so there.
Why limit yourself?
Yeah, might as well. It's not out of my way.
There's a song stuck in your head. That means there was room.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I constantly have like 3 to 5 stuck in my head at any given moment.
'Cause you got room in there for songs. Banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
No.
Banana hammock.
No.
That's how you visualize your way out of. Are you black? You're black.
You just can't ask glue if it's black. God.
Well, the boxes are a little bit above my eye line. I have to reach in and be like, "Are you black? No. Are you black?
It doesn't say
No.
flexi on the outside?
I don't read the boxes.
Reading boxes. That's for suckers.
There's no point on having labels if you don't trust the people who are labeling.
Didn't you label those boxes?
Once. Alan, how are you measuring this out and determining the spacing? I'm using the meh method. Meh.
Silly Zombie says, clipping this. Ezekiel says, I'm currently working on some horror hillbilly zombie bluegrass tunes, secret squirrel stuff. It's so much fun. That's awesome. I do love a horror hillbilly zombie. Like, the closest I think I can come to horror hillbilly zombie bluegrass is probably horror hillbilly zombie, like rockabilly, like the horror pops, maybe. Dark Acre says, when does the Stiltby CNC router come?
I haven't, not till after October.
I had a brief moment in which I'm like, did you tell someone else that we were getting a CNC router and you were surprising me? Is it my birthday?
1 year,
I'm so ready.
my sister was convinced that her boyfriend was going to take her to Bermuda. She thought he was dropping a bunch of subtle hints.
Oh no.
He had no idea.
Oh no. Yeah, that's setting yourself up for disappointment. Woof.
Oh yeah, she was convinced. And then I'm like, why do you think that? And it was a lot of just circumstantial evidence.
Sure. Woof.
Like one of them was, all he's wearing right now is Bermuda shorts.
And they had a conversation where they're like, yeah, we should go to Bermuda sometime. I'm like, yeah, great. And then the seed was planted. And he never thought about it again, and she obsessed.
Oh yeah. I've never seen anything more accurate than the girls think we're cheating and the guys are all doing something really stupid.
Right. Edson says, the CNC will be featured at CreeperCon. We're developing fictional lore.
The 100th thing that we make on the CNC machine is the sign for CreeperCon.
Yeah. Colin says, has she realized now that men aren't that subtle?
I hope so.
Dark Acre says, they have very reasonable machines now. Stepcraft. Yeah, but you have to have a very reasonable
Nothing
boss.
about me wants a reasonable machine. Okay? Not what I want.
I want an unreasonable machine.
I want an unreasonable machine. Mine.
Dave Osmond says, well, guys, I have to go and do a patrol as I'm at work and watching a master at work. I have to go do something, I guess. Good to see you. Bye, Dave.
Bye.
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 Oh, that's looking nice.
There's a type of shield in India called a Dahl, D-A-H-L. I'm kind of going off a patterns that I've seen on those.
Nice. Kenneth Hale says, hey, everyone. Hello, Kenneth. Darkacre says, as a home haunt with a 20K machine, I feel that. I have made a friend in the SCA, Lothar, and he is also a laser guy. And let me tell you, every time I see him, it is a delighted scramble to like find where our phones are stashed away on us and compare photos of the things we've been lasering lately. And new tips and tricks. We are, I think he has been doing it a little longer than I have, but I use it in different ways than he uses it, and so we've had mutual tips and tricks we've been able to share, and oh my goodness, I look forward to those exchanges every time. I'm like, yes, tell me your laser tricks. Kenneth Hale says, is Lothar bald? No, I don't think so.
As a name, Lothar should be bald.
You think?
Yeah. There are no Dwaynes without mullets.
Oh, yeah?
There are no Lothars who are not bald. And every Jeff should be larger than average.
Jeff?
So this way can look like slop, the way I'm doing this with the hot glue gun. First of all, lower your glue so it's not drippy. But second, if you put so much on here that their eye keeps moving, their eye doesn't stop on your mistakes. It's not that I don't make mistakes, I just trick you into not looking at them for long.
Silly Zombie says, I want a laser engraver / cutter so bad. I'm thinking of converting my spare 3D printer into one. 3-watt laser. I know, nothing fancy. Darkacre says, all of it is so cool. I've had the CNC for a decade and I still feel like a beginner. Sean Fenner says, I keep thinking of the Mike Myers sketch from SNL. I am Lothar of the Hill People.
Yeah, that's fair.
In my head, I have him filed as Lothar the Laser Guy. Kenneth Hale says, 25 years. There hasn't been a Lothar here for 25 years.
I've only seen a few of those, so I don't get that reference.
The 25 years reference is from something else.
Oh.
Ezekiel says, problem when you get a 3D printer or a CNC machine, you start making stuff and within weeks you're like, I've got to get a bigger one. And that's why we went with the biggest one.
So you and Alex are going to have an off-site day where you come and diagnose my laser cutter at the house.
It's got problems?
Yeah, like it hasn't cut in a year.
Oh, no.
A couple years.
Oh, no.
I've just been too busy. And I got the water chiller fixed.
Good.
And then I hooked it back up, and it was shooting water out of the laser tube. The connection on the front of the laser tube,
R&R.
it was shooting water.
Ooh, that's not good.
So I'm like, this is going to be someone else's problem. Turns out it's you.
Oh, great. Wow. Any excuse to go love on your dogs.
Yeah.
Big Dog says, so you're going to put glitter on that shield? Asking for keep-weebs.
No glitter. I mean, I'm not opposed to glitter, but I'm about to paint it right now.
You might, I bet that chainmail's dry too. You could flip that and gold the other side. I discovered what a pain in the butt it is to edit the shape of chainmail today.
Oh yeah. That's like go nip links is go cut rocks or go kick rocks.
Yep. That very much was the adventure.
Nip, nip, nip.
Edson says, or bedazzle it.
I'm all for a good bedazzling.
I am team bedazzling. Listen, one of the nicest compliments I've ever gotten from a fellow artist about something was a rhinestoning job that I did for a burlesque costume. A photographer who shot the girl wearing it sent me a message afterwards, and she was like, "Hey, did you make this?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "This is a master class in rhinestoning. Like, you did a beautiful job on this." And I was like, "Ooh, thanks." Kenneth Thale says, "Don't know how I'm Kenneth, normally Lord Wallace. This laptop is messed up." It's YouTube.
It's the YouTubes.
Yeah. Well, hello, Lord Wallace. I will endeavor to remember that you are Lord Wallace.
Do you have the reference still for Mr. Persian?
It is in costuming. You want to grab it?
If you would not mind.
Sure.
I'm going to decorate the helmet.
Heck yeah. And this is me remembering that the mics
Decomerate.
stretch far.
Boy, that is actually a pretty thick plastic helmet. That's solid. I'm gonna get a drill. I'm gonna drill through the top of this so I can put on a spike.
Here you are.
Thank you very much.
I also found, while I was in here earlier, a thing that might be useful.
Okay.
And then, of course, now we've very efficiently moved the place where it was.
Feel the heat.
Good night, Edson. Says, okay, gang, gonna have ice cream with the missus. Talk to y'all later.
All right, save some ice cream for us. Pyramids.
If you wanted a big ol' topper,
Huh.
we had a
Wonder what these are from.
unclear, but they were in the,
Glad I had a bag of them, I guess.
yeah, I was looking for grommets earlier, and I sure did find them, but, sorry.
One of the best part is that he will not complain about the pumpkin tooth stabbing him in the top of the head.
No.
Because him's dead.
Lloyd Kukendale says, heaven's on fire.
Feel my heat, burn with me, heaven's on fire. Okay, now him has a little spike. Wonder if you feel self-conscious when I say a little spike.
Just a little spike. I cut the chainmail long enough that if you didn't trim the bottom of the helmet off, that it's slid up the back enough that it'll still drape forward enough.
Okay.
Darkacre says it might be the Skyrim talking, but the Skelly would look great guarding a cave.
Many do. Okay, give me a moment of story time, and I'll be right back.
Story time. Story time. Hi, Angie Rogers. Hello. Don't forget that you're on mic, Alan.
Yep.
Just in case he's going to tinkle. So it's not the size that counts, it's how you use it. I guess that's true. So story time. We have been playing D&D weekly for the last couple of weeks as we are getting ready getting ready for the end of the season, I guess. But because the game that we are playing in airs every single weekend that Fair is open, and there's a new creature every single weekend that Fair is open, we have to kind of, we're a little behind the 8 ball because we didn't start until after Min-Maxed ended, and we had to really get that ball rolling, and then it was immediately Bear Dance, and then immediately Transworld, and then immediately Fair opened. So Big Dark says, and it's great. Thanks. But yeah, so we've been cooking every single week, and it has been the most ridiculous fun. We got to get Ivan out of retirement playing D&D. We've had a rotating guest cast, so we got to fly in Morgan, who used to work at the Mythical Monster Museum as the character that Alan plays, Magnus Crane's little sister, Daphne. We got to have my best friend from high school, Aaron Vess, come out and join us. He also works at the Monster Museum. That's the guy who took me to prom when we were 17. And yeah, so we just had this rotating guest cast of people who used to be involved in the museum and people who are currently involved in the museum. And it's been really, really fun to get to have the new exhibit every week too. So every time people come out, I think we worked in the Centipede on the channel a little bit, so you guys got to see that. The Kobold is right behind us, right there. When Alan gets back, we'll do a little close up on him. But Kobold episode is out, so you can watch that now. And he'll be in the museum. He was in the museum this last weekend. He came back and got a little bit of a facelift, so he's going back in this weekend. And then we've got the secret one that was from the episode that will drop on Friday, hidden in the shop somewhere, and you can't see it because it's a secret. No spoilers. But I think next season we're going to try and get them in a little sooner, so we're not trying to actively live edit them during the season, so that we can have it ready to go on Friday when they air. Success?
Success.
Found a bit of stuff. So there you go. That's what's been going on. It's been very exciting.
I think Ruth said he was going to 3D print hands for this guy.
He is actively 3D printing hands.
We have time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one of them I think is stickier, but do they both have glue in them?
They both have some glue in them. This one needs more gelatin.
Yeah.
This one is really close.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch it.
Do it. Maybe put it down so you don't
This is a terrible idea.
hurt yourself. Yeah, there you go. And it's on camera. Here we go. Punch.
That's solid. Like,
Yeah.
that's there.
Yeah,
That's
it's not going anywhere.
That's like punching a fat person. This is so sad. Come and try this.
It's really fun. I have been smacking it all day.
Oh, you have?
I haven't punched it though.
Oh, when I say that, it's weird.
Satisfying. That's nice.
You want to stab it?
Yes.
Let me get you a knife.
I haven't stabbed this one. I did stab this one. Hang on.
What we're doing is we're testing.
You know, for science.
Right.
I have been stabbing this one. You can see. I might have sliced off a little bit of it.
Here, science with this.
Is it kukri?
Yeah. Ish.
Ish.
Kukri in space! No handguard. Be careful.
Oh, it's cute.
Splooch.
It picked a bit of flesh up.
Splooch.
Ew. Give her a stab. Schlorp.
Wow, that's so fun. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
just
should
nice.
actually work. This is my job, people. So this one gets melted down, and I add a little more glue and gelatin to it. And then I think this one will be fine. It's not quite as firm as this one. So.
Lord Wallace says you need to make a new monster with custom stats.
Yes, I certainly could. And I have done similar things before.
Big Dog says, she says for science, it for love. Wow. You stay right there. I was talking to the tripod. Also, my regular tripod has been, I guess, press ganged into service elsewhere. Things are fine. Yeah, it could be for two things. It could be for science and for love. On my way back when we were slower Saturday, when it was raining aggressively, on my way back from lunch, got to stop in and see the Washing Well Wenches show.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so funny! Holy crap! Like, they're good. It was really funny, and we're gonna have them back out for a tour again with some of the acrobats and stuff.
Great.
Yeah, they are our biggest fans at Scarborough, I would say. They constantly are sending people to us. They're stopping other performers and being like, "This is the best thing here. This is the best thing here. You have to go see it. Go see it." So yeah, was totally stoked to get to stop by there and be like, "Oh my God, you guys are amazing." They were so good. You know, when you're out there working, you rarely get to see anybody else's stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
I was walking back, and we were real slow, and we were fully staffed, and someone got up, and there was a dry butt spot on a bench, and I was like, well, it's
meant to be.
It's meant to be. I have to stop. The fates have decreed. So these were the leftover helmets that we had from Bear Dance,
Yes.
and I think they're going to work pretty good for this.
I can make Roman go Persian.
Sure. I was like, man, I'm not sure about the shape. And then I looked at the other one that had the nose guard piece, and I looked at this one, and I was like, I think this one's going to be better.
It's better.
And we can pop off some of the other bits of it and use them on other stuff. And then as I started taking bits off of it, it shaped up even better and better. Big Dog asked, what scissors is Alan using, the brand?
Those are Tandy Leather, Al Stolman leather shears. They're high dollar, but they're really good scissors. I can cut Abraham Lincoln out of a penny with those. And then cut thread.
Oh no.
How did this happen?
Unclear. Would you like to reverse it?
No. One or the other. Okay. Oops, why are all these teeth in my way?
Surprise. I sing the additional teeth electric. What you need?
That piece of paper, which is exactly 12 inches further away than it should be. Wait, can I do hot glue chopsticks?
I bet.
No.
Valiant attempt.
Okay.
Big Dog says, I need those. Everybody needs those.
They're pretty good.
Ezekiel says, you rolled up sleeves to get punching.
Oh, maybe I did. That makes sense. That sounds like why I would do something.
Punch.
Are you old enough for chips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric Bana, right?
Eric Estrada.
Eric Estrada, the other Eric.
Eric Bana's the Incredible Hulk.
That's right, the other one. I have seen reruns.
Got it.
They're like Hawaii motorcycle cops.
California.
California.
California Highway Patrol.
Old school propaganda.
I don't know if they were as organized for propaganda then. Maybe they were.
Yeah. I did try my level best to not damage this bit in the removal of the side pieces. It really wanted to hold on to the side pieces.
Oh.
The rivets they had on there did not wish to let go.
Solid rivets. Good riveting.
Solid rivets. Lloyd Kukendall says, Poncheria. Paunch.
When you said paunch, I had a flashback to being a kid. We had 2 channels watching chips. My sister had a crush on any guy who was blonde, so she liked the blonde one, whatever his name was.
The blonde one.
No idea who that was.
Lloyd Kukendall says, in Aviators. Yes, nice. Oh, the L's are not silent. Poncheria. Orilla. Poncherilla. Got it.
So there's a street in my town that I grew up in, which was Havre de Grace, Maryland. And that street is Juniata Street. That's what everybody calls it. It was only in high school when I realized it's Juanita Street. It's just Juanita Street, and no one knows how to say it.
Because no one speaks Spanish.
Because no one there spoke Spanish. So, Juniata Street. No one's corrected them. We just let them go. I don't think anyone's going to see the back of this helmet.
Probably not. But just in case.
Yeah.
For continuity's sake.
Okay. I don't hate it too much. Firmer.
Good. Yeah, the more mass it has, the faster it
The more
kicks.
heat it can generate.
Yeah. When we were trying to coat that giraffe head in it, it was wet for days.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 7:48 p.m.
Okay, great.
So when we mix up paint to dunk that in the future,
Yeah.
what color paint do you think it ought to be?
Like a brown.
Okay. So we're going to mix up latex paint and water and dunk these tatter boys
Yep.
into it. And
If you look
spray
at
it
the
up some
pirates, they all have that
green tint.
green
Yeah.
tint, and that's what we did with those.
Nice. Thomas White says Larry Wilcox played Officer John Baker, the blonde guy.
Okay.
Kenneth Hale says reminds me of the helm Jack the Giant Slayer.
Okay. I just didn't want it to look German because I put a spike on top of it.
Well, I think the chainmail will help with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started shredding it up the front sides, and I got one tatter on each side, and I was like, that's plenty. It had some holes in it already. Big Dog says saddle brown tint.
Probably for the distressing. Yeah. You made this tatter, this tatter.
There are two that are stacked together
These-
that are like the same kind of.
And the rest are just pieces.
Yeah, there are skirt wrap pieces that are the long pieces. I thought if you wanted a twisty bit around the helmet, that would be the guy.
Okay.
And then there are the narrow front pieces that are all together in two different colors because I didn't know how you wanted to layer it. So
We know the same amount.
I figured whatever didn't get wrapped around his butt as skirt bits would be shoulders and. Big Dog asks, are these from the movie?
What movie? This is this is from our D&D game.
And like, this is what I was thinking for this. Like,
Yeah, I think that's good for a belt. Yeah, I think I need one more hangy downy crotch piece.
yeah.
Did you have one of these sewn together or no?
No, because I wasn't sure if that needed to happen before we dunked them or.
I'm just kind of getting a feel for it right now.
Yeah,
but
fair
now I know I need a hanger downer, and then this will go over top of it.
Kenneth Hale says chain will make it look Mongolian, question mark.
Persian is what I'm going for. Persian.
Ezekiel says, reminds me of Skeleton Warriors. I still have all those figurines somewhere.
Ah, I love those toys. Those are the best.
Those were the two belt options I thought were probably...
I pulled this out for the kobold, and I'm like, this is just too big.
Yeah. While he's futzing with that, I'll show you the kobold, because that episode's already out. And he's been at the museum for a full weekend already, so. Kobold. Look at how cute him is. Karagoff says it's time for Kara to get some sleep. Heading for 2 a.m. here. Thank you all for the excellent company. We'll watch the rest tomorrow and look forward to seeing him armed and ready for battle.
Well, I don't think I'll get him done tonight, but I just wanted to kind of feel like what I had, and I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. Good night, Carrie.
Good night.
Kenneth Hale says, yes, emphatically. Just a boy in his skull.
Not his skull, per se. But skull.
Just a boy and a skull. You want to show them your referrals?
This is the reference that I did up for all parties involved.
Big Dog says, Clash the Titans look is what I'm seeing.
Yes. Yeah, kind of Clash the Titans. A little bit of Sinbad in there. So, big shield. I've got to figure out a sword for him.
We do have those Roman swords that we made.
I want a realer sword.
Do you have a realer sword that the 3D printed hand will be able to hold?
Well, see, we can tack weld
Oh, that's true.
the sword on.
Do you have a sword you're willing to sacrifice? Let's see if I can.
Probably do. I have a lot of swords.
You know what? We've got some room. Let me see if I can get you guys over there to see the sword bucket. We're going on a field trip, y'all.
How do we feel about a falcata? This is not a terrible sword
That's not
for him.
quite.
Not big enough.
Well, but he's kind of small, you know. He's a little guy.
So this is where this sword would live. If you look at this, it'd be about there.
That's not bad.
I'd like something a little more longer and curved.
Yeah, more scimitar-y.
I don't want to buy him a sword. Probably going to buy him a sword.
Big Dog says yes, so I was now off too much.
I could probably get him a belly dancing scimitar.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice curve to it. That'd look good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think they will have that at fair?
No, they won't, but they'll have it in Garland. And I've got time this week to go. Okay, I feel good about this. All I have to do now is commit, because I didn't want to paint this.
Yeah.
The head has to be mounted and then painted to match.
Yeah.
But at least now the head is drying.
Big Dog says, what about a scimitar?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want like a big curved scimitar for him. And I think I'm going to wrap up because I'm at a good spot with a lot of this.
Yeah. We did the thing.
And anything else might.
Did I hear somewhere that like scimitar is not actually a thing? Like the category is
Okay.
artificial?
Yes. But it is a thing. Because scimitar is the word that English people used for a curved sword that isn't English.
Right.
So there are scimitars from Africa. There are scimitars from Egypt.
Okay.
There are scimitars.
And all of those have their own name.
Yes.
Got it.
But because it's a word that the English use to quantify it, it's actually a thing.
Sure.
But it's not specific.
Got it. It's a genre.
So this isn't only a scimitar.
Right.
It's probably a shamshir. It's probably, something else.
Plastic Ninja says, how y'all doing? Good.
King Ghidra. That's Plastic Ninja's favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing great.
Ezekiel says, what's the dry time on the two-piece stuff?
It says it's dry time.
Old man mode, activate.
Old man mode is sitting on my desk.
Oh, no.
A couple hours. That's what it says. Yeah, give that a shot.
Pot life is 60 minutes with a handling time of 4 hours.
Yeah.
At 3/8 of an inch thickness at 73 degrees.
Yep. So we have lengthened we have shortened its cure time by making it
beefing
thick
it up.
in some spots. Like the cheeks are actually feeling pretty good right now. They're not hard by any means.
Yeah.
But they're getting there.
Big Dog says, I use it for cutting big pieces of meat. Good night, creepers, says Sean Regal. Plastic Ninja says, hell yeah, he is. King Ghidra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I discovered that while we were in the process of trying to cover that giant giraffe, that it does in fact kick faster when it's in a big mass of it. When I got down to the bottom of the huge bit that I had mixed up and found a rock. You all right? That's not bad.
Yeah, that looked good.
Show the camera.
No, they don't get to see. None for them.
Phone eats first. Variant cover says, nice to finally catch a live. Thanks, Monster Makers.
Thank you. Okay. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, gang. We're going to head out for the evening. It's close to 8.
It's 1 minute till.
Oh, 1 minute till? Yeah, it's 8. All right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. You could spend your time any number of ways. We appreciate you taking the time to make a connection with us. I hope that everything goes wonderful in your life and all the roadblocks are smoothed and out of the way. And if you don't have peace, find it by going to make stuff. Go make stuff.
Go make stuff.
Say goodnight.
Good night.
Go make stuff.
Go make stuff.